Welcome to my channel. My name's Sarah. If you're new here, we do beauty, lifestyle, and fashion, mostly beauty. I have a new video every Wednesday. Today, we're just getting back to basics, back to fun with makeup. It's so fun to just sit here, play with makeup, and I hope you guys enjoy that too. So if you just want to see me play with makeup, try some new products, give my tea, my 411, my first impression, if you will, then just keep on watching because that's what we're gonna do today. And I think most of it is, I think all of it is drugstore. So that's another plus. If you wanna see how I got this look and if I liked the products, then keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to try is this Maybelline Superstay. I'm assuming it is matte. Oh, activewear. So I got the color 30H, which is sun beige. If you don't know, my skin tone is beige in the drugstore. So I typically get like buff beige or like sun beige, golden beige. That's like the perfect tones for me in the drugstore. I'm a foundation snob, if you will. I have so many foundations here. But since you guys kind of wanted like a first impressions, I decided to get as many new things as I kind of could on a budget. I'm gonna try it with a brush. And this looks like the perfect color, not gonna lie. Yes. Perfect. Wow. It's a great match. But when I saw that coverage like really fast, I was like, oh. I am liking what I'm seeing from afar, so that's a good sign. Also, do you notice anything? My eyebrows. I got them laminated yesterday and I'm so happy. Like, this is my jam. All right, I don't know what's happening there on the forehead. But you know, the forehead is somewhere like I try to semi-avoid with foundation just because it's always a different color than your face, typically for everyone, because the way the sun hits, it just always gets the most color. So anything I kind of put up there will look ashy, and you'll probably notice that on, you know, yourself as well. So there's no glow to this, so I'm not sure what active wear means. To me, that means kind of like skin-like, not glowy, not matte, but you know, like satin. So I'm just going in with the sponge now and like layering it. I just want to see what this foundation can do. Honestly, it's a little tight feeling. So that's my first impression. It's kind of like the feeling where you just want to like spray your face to get some like hydration, you know what I mean? Kind of like tight. I don't want to say dry, but tight. I hope you know what that means. I hope you know what I mean when I'm saying that. And up close, it looks great too. This is a good medium to full coverage, definitely buildable. Perfect color match for me, and you know, if you know, you know. I struggle with that at the drugstore. I'm not sure why it's such a big deal, but it is. So the next thing, I have tried this, but just very quickly in a video that I will be posting on my Instagram. This is the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito Concealer. And you guys, I have just been loving everything Wet n Wild. However, there is one thing that I did not like. Maybe I'll try it out again today. So this is all day full coverage. It does not say the finish. So, and the shade I got was Light Honey again. At first I was like, whoa, this is too light. But when I blended it out the other day, it looked pretty good. This is another thing that's like a very dry kind of formula, like a thicker, more dry formula. So this does not need any time to dry down because it's pretty thick and I don't want it to get stuck. But see, when I blend it out, it's not as like bright as it looked when I placed it. So to me, this is like the perfect color. I'm gonna blend this part out with a brush. I'm actually not sure how I feel about this color. It's looking a little bit ashy around my mouth. Does anyone else just miss like good old makeup tutorials. Makeup is so therapeutic, so relaxing. Anytime I'm not feeling good or not like myself, I throw myself into makeup. I definitely learned that recently, that like makeup is what makes me feel back to myself and makes me feel good. It's like definitely a creative outlet for me. So I'm excited to be doing this today. I feel like this looks pretty good. What are you guys thinking? Maybe I can do like a little zoom moment for you guys. See how the skin still has like a very skin-like finish, so nothing is matte. I would not use the word matte with these, but it definitely feels like maybe it's like tight because it's active wear, so it's gonna hold in like your sweat and stuff. That's kind of like the vibe I'm sort of getting. And you know, in the summer, that is something that I do like. I notice I like more matte formulas in the summertime. You know, you want like fresh, nice skin, but also your skin is more sweaty and shiny and dewy during the summer, so you wanna like kind of combat it a little bit. So I notice I'm going for more like matte finishes, or like, yeah, more of a matte finish during summer. That's just like my thing. So unfortunately, I did not get any new cream contour, so I'm just gonna use my Wet n Wild. I mean, who doesn't like affordable makeup? I think we can all appreciate that. I've been loving this Wet n Wild formula as cream contour. I definitely think mine is drying out at this point, or it's just really like there's like no give when it's mixed with formulas like this. Because another foundation I've been using is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and again, it has that tight, sort of like dry feeling. So I notice when I use this cream contour, it's not as like creamy, but I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a good thing. It makes it easier to sort of blend while keeping it in place, because I'm all about placement. Again, Maybelline. I know, you guys know L'Oreal is like my #1 for drugstore face or like base makeup. So I wanted to give like some other brands a shot. So I know I liked Maybelline's Fit Me back in the day, not the dewy one, but the matte one. So I got a Fit Me powder. I don't think I've tried one of these. This is matte and poreless in 310 Sun Beige again. And I like to set my face with pressed powders for the most part. Sometimes I'll use my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, but for the most part, I like using a pressed powder. I just feel like there's so much more control and yeah, coverage. Honestly, with this drier formula, you don't really need to set the makeup, which is actually a pretty cool thing. So if you don't want to wear so many layers, didn't really need to set it with this face powder, but I'm a soft glam, full glam kind of girl. So I like my layers. I'm just always doing my makeup like I'm going somewhere or I'm taking pictures, because you know most of the time I am. So another thing I have been trying, if you follow me on TikTok, and you would know, I've been trying this e.l.f. powder, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I love the brightening effect of it, so I'm gonna show you guys. This is in light medium, so I made sure to get a light color because I like, probably like you guys, my under eyes to be like, you know, just a touch darker, or lighter, sorry, brighter. But this one's like really bright. So I just use this for any places I want to brighten. Everything's looking pretty good, pretty secure if you ask me. This feels like summer proof makeup right now, I must say. I got a new bronzer. So I picked up Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer. You guys look how big this thing is, like it's huge. Makeup Revolution is so affordable, so I was like, oh, I definitely need to get something else from them to try for you guys. This is, I can't get over how big this is. Like this will never run out. So hopefully we like her, because we're gonna have a lot of her. I feel like this is a nice cool tone-ish color, so maybe it'll like balance. This is pretty dark looking. And it says 01. Oh, cool. Did you guys see that? Wow. So I tried Makeup Revolution, I think for the first time at the end of last year. Someone recommended the foundation, the conceal, and whatever. I did not like that. It was like a greasy mess on me. And then I also tried an eyeshadow palette, which I was obsessed with. I dropped it though, so I had to throw it away. I think I threw it away. Yeah, I must have, because I can't find it. But that palette was amazing, and I don't think they sell it anymore. It was kind of like a temporary thing. So sad. I really like this. I like the color. It's definitely very pigmented. So you know me, I like to go up into my eyebrow, especially because my eyebrows are so light in the middle from over plucking over the years. I like to give definition back over there. It's like giving them a shadow, you know, which creates depth, which creates shadow, like there's something there. So that's really why I like that. While I have this out, I am gonna use this for my eyes, because you guys know this is what I do, okay? You don't just sculpt your face, okay? You need to sculpt your eyes. So if you take anything from me, it's definitely sculpting your eyes. I feel like it makes the biggest difference in your makeup, and I feel like it makes it easier to put on eyeshadow if you want to use color or anything smoky. If your eye is already sculpted, it's gonna be easy peasy. So wow, look how rich this shade is. Like, I have a full face done with I have a full eyeshadow look with just this bronzer. So I'm definitely feeling that. Okay, so the new blush I have is Wet n Wild, surprise, surprise. This is just a powder blush from them. I'm gonna pop this on. This is in Mellow Wine. I used this the other day very briefly, very quickly, didn't think too much about it, and I liked it. I liked the color. As you can see, it's more like mauve in the pink tones, kind of blue pink. And so I'm starting to move away from peaches. Summer, I was a peach girl all the way for my cheeks, but now that we're moving into like fall, I like to go with more of like a deeper pink like this. So I felt like it was perfect. Okay, still cannot fight this like very tight feeling. Honestly, it feels so tight and secure though. Like if you were to pour water on my face, it's just gonna like drip off without even like taking my makeup off. That's honestly how like secured it feels to my face. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if that's like weird, but that's what it feels like. Okay, actually my brows. So since they're laminated, I'm so happy they're laminated if you can't tell. I am just going to use very little brow product. When they're laminated, all I really need is my good old NYX Lift and Snatch. Literally just imitate the hair strokes. It's really just in the front where I need color to kind of match the rest of the brows. I'm gonna try to use this palette again. I'm gonna give it another chance. Hopefully maybe we can get like a pretty look out of it. But it is this Color Icon palette from Wet n Wild. So today was basically just like a Wet n Wild and Maybelline video. This is called Go Commando, and I thought that was really funny because if you look at the colors, I'm just kind of like, where is the transition color? Like we're going straight to second base. Like that was my thought when I saw this. So I'm gonna take a blending brush and I'm just gonna go on with like the reddish toned color right there. And just, I mean, good thing we have this bronzer. This bronzer is gonna help a lot. Yeah, see. So that's all the bronzer, pretty much. This color is just clinging to that. Because the first time I used it, I was just kind of like, I wasn't too crazy about the payoff. But again, this is why contouring your eye, shaping it before adding eyeshadow it really does make a huge difference. So I'm just putting this in the whole crease. I'm kind of giving it like a wash of color on the whole eye, and then I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and kind of just diffuse the whole situation. All right, so this looks pretty good. I'm going to take a small brush now, and I'm gonna go in with the same color, okay? I'm gonna put it in my outer corner / upper lash line. I always like to create like a liner wing. This like shapes my eye very nicely. And I always use the lower lash line as like my guide. And I don't want to pull this out too much. I want to keep it the depth like right there on my lash line. I don't really want a wing. I just want it to go in the direction or like the shape of a wing without having, you know, like the winged out like point and all that. So it's really just placing where I need like the most depth on the outside of my eye. Honestly, I hope after watching me, you guys, in any like capacity, that you guys think eyeshadow is easier and you'll attempt to do it, because I promise it doesn't have to be scary. So there's this really pretty green shadow that I'm gonna give it a try today. This is very out of the norm for me. Okay, it doesn't look like it's picking up much. It's kind of weird. Okay. So I would say the shimmer shades are very like underwhelming. And unfortunately, I don't really have a setting spray to enhance them. Like I have my Milani one, but it has SPF, so I'm not about to put that on my eye. That would be a disaster if I did that. There's like room for lots of fallout because it's very dusty, that's the word. The shimmer shadow is dusty. I feel like it is picking up on camera a little bit, but it's just not like smooth and buttery like I like shimmer shadows to be. So it's a no for me. I just wouldn't really recommend this palette. I felt like the red color worked well because I had that dark bronzer underneath. So I feel like if it didn't have that, it wouldn't even be this pigmented. So that whole thing is just kind of like a no, a pass. So my senses are pretty on point, but sometimes I will change my mind, or I'll kind of like push through certain things that I don't like. Like a lot of the Wet n Wild stuff has very weird smells. That's something I can push through because I kind of like, you know, like I like the products. Like the foundation has a very odd smell. Now I'm using this Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. I've just been trying to go back to drugstore mascaras and it's not going very well. This used to be like my favorite, but there's just something about the Kosas formula that I love so much. I'm just gonna pop some bright pink because I'm wearing a pink top, so I feel like some pink would look nice. I'm just gonna use, like, it's literally so bright. This is from my NYX palette, which I love. And just like brighten that crease, because you know, pink and green are just, they're a nice combo, if you didn't know. All right, so I will pop some lashes on in a second, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go in with a lip color, and I'm gonna use Morphe Makeup Talk, which is like a cool tone, purpley lip liner. I really hope the lighting comes out okay on this. This lip liner is like a dupe for MAC Plum. And then, this is new too, I used it briefly in a video that I just dropped on Instagram, but this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lip, and I think I liked it. It was good. Let's see. But honestly, it literally reminds me exactly of my Revlon Ultra Matte Ultra HD, sorry, my Revlon Ultra, Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. Like literally, it's a dupe, but it's not a dupe because they're probably like the same price. It just feels thick where my lips are like touching. I will say the best liquid lips from the drugstore, hands down, NYX has some of the best. I'll have a try on real soon for these. NYX sent over 5 of their XXL lip lingerie, bomb.com. Those things do not move. They really do stay in place. Like, they are not joking when they say their lip things are 16 hours or whatever they are. This one is really, really good too, from Revlon, the Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. And now this Maybelline Colorstay Matte Ink is pretty good too. Overall, this is the look, trying some new products. I feel like I have a lot of makeup on. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is like too much makeup, or does it look okay? It's a little heavy. It's very full coverage. My skin is not peeking through at all, which I sort of have a problem with. Let me just glowify this makeup a little bit with this Milani Make It Last SPF setting spray, because this brings some like glow back. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. Okay, there's some, you see that? There's some life in her now, and I think it looks much better. It's still very heavy. This is full glam, full coverage. This whole face is like full coverage. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's nothing natural about this look, I'm not even gonna lie, but it looks good. It's gonna look good for pictures. It's gonna stay for a special occasion, and I can just tell because I can feel it, like it's gonna stay. Okay, so here is the completed look. Now let's go over everything and let me just like rate them really quick, or give you like my final, hopefully quick thoughts. So the foundation, I definitely think it's medium to full coverage. It can be built up. Activewear, yes, I feel like you could be active in this, and this is not coming off. Okay, the second I put it on, it was like to my skin. So I'm not sure if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it depends what you're looking for. And there definitely are instances where I would like something like this in my arsenal, because I know like I'm gonna be sweating or doing this and I don't want my face to come off. So this is something that I would reach for in that case. For the concealer, I'm just like a little indifferent. I feel like it looks so good when I put it on, blend it out. I love the color, but it is a little bit drying for my under eyes. I do have fine lines, and I don't really mind creasing too much, you know, it's gonna happen, there's lines under there, but just overall it's a little bit dry. So not like maybe the best formula for someone like me. I'll still use it probably though, because I do like the color. It could also be this e.l.f. powder. I think it might be just a little bit too thick for underneath the eyes. I love the brightening effect, but I still definitely prefer my Sephora Micro Smooth. It's a much finer formula. So this one is just like a little too thick for the under eyes. Will I still use it? Yes, but would I get it again? Probably not. So that's the thing with me. Like, if I don't really like something, but it's still usable, I will use it unless I absolutely hate it, which there have been products like that. But I'll probably still use this, and then when it runs out, I just wouldn't get it again. Next thing that was new, I think, that I tried is this powder from Maybelline. I definitely think it's good. I think it was a great color, great match. I didn't use too much of it, so I don't really have like too much to say about it. I do like it, so I'll probably continue to use it. The blush from Wet n Wild was another new product that I used today. I love the color a lot, and the price is like $3 something, so honestly, it's a yes for me. I like it. I mean, you can't really go wrong with blush. It showed up, it did its job. I'm not like, oh my god, either, you know? So it's just one of those things where the bronzer, I'm just like, how is this color number 1? I think this was $8. It's huge. I think it's a steal for how big it is. I like the color. I definitely feel like you don't need to use that much. If I want like an extra snatch, this is definitely something I'd reach for. I'll even use it as an eyeshadow too, because wow, was she pigmented, and like just an easy swoop of this color and you have like a full-blown eye. So I love the 2-in-1 aspect of it. I love the price of it, and it's just a really good product. I'm glad I picked it up and I really love it. Next up, really quick, this Wet n Wild Color Icon Go Commando palette. And this is pretty much just like a no for me, only because I feel like e.l.f. has better palettes, Makeup Revolution has better palettes. Like, I know this one is affordable, but at the end of the day, there are other brands with affordable eyeshadow palettes that are way better than this. I just did not like the payoff of the shimmery shadow, for sure. And the other color was definitely helped by that bronzer. Then let's talk about the Maybelline, this thing. The color Superstay Matte Ink Lip E. I think it's really pretty. I like it. I like her. By the way, I'm a huge fan of liquid matte lips. I love matte lips because I have small lips, so matte lips are like my jam. Love them. Love the staying power, the wearing power, whatever, the long wear. I love that aspect of them, because who doesn't want their lip to last forever? And these do not dry out your lips. Like, yes, they can be drying, but not like, what was the one? ColourPop. Y'all remember those. They do not dry your lips like that. Like, that was the worst. So, you know, it's just a matte formula. So that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Back to makeup, back to fun, just having fun putting makeup on. It's so therapeutic. So thank you guys for just hanging out with me and just being here. Like, it really means a lot. So if you like this video and you want to see more makeup videos, definitely let me know. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, like holler at me so I know. Okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!